Fire that clumsy farm girl. She spilled dirty water on me. The sharp, piercing scream of the boss's mistress echoed across the office. Every employee froze. Polina slowly lifted her head. Feeling the wet hood stick to her hair, she drew a deep breath and calmly said, "I'm just doing my job." Her voice was quiet but firm, and for a moment, the room seemed to hold its breath. Polina was wiping the mirrors in the women's restroom on the 32nd floor. Through the large glass windows, Moscow stretched endlessly, a sprawling city of glass, concrete, and ambition. Once, she had imagined this city as a stepping stone, a place that would launch her career after university. But now, it seemed like a prison where she spent her days scrubbing floors, cleaning toilets, and watching time slip away for a salary of 78,000 rubles a month. Just 6 months ago, her life had been completely different. She had attended macroeconomics lectures, diligently written her banking term paper, and had exciting plans to travel to Europe with her classmates that summer. Her life had promise, dreams, and a future. Then everything changed in an instant. Her mother collapsed in the kitchen, unable to reach the phone. A neighbor found her only after for long hours. The diagnosis was brutal, extensive ischemic stroke of the left hemisphere. The doctor's words had hit Polina like a thunderbolt. Her mother's life had changed forever in a heartbeat. Machines kept her alive in the ICU while Polina ran between the hospital and her university, desperately trying to arrange a medical leave. "Dad, I need 200,000 rubles for rehabilitation," she whispered into the phone, voice trembling as she stood in the sterile, echoing hospital corridor. Her father's voice was cold and unyielding. "Polya, you know, I have a new family now. Alicia is pregnant. I have my own responsibilities, and your mother made her choices. Now she has to face the consequences." Polina pressed the phone to her chest, her legs trembling. Her parents' divorce 5 years ago had already rocked her world. Her father had left for a younger secretary. Her mother had made a scene that the whole neighborhood talked about. Money had trickled in regularly until Polina turned 18, and then it stopped. Only her older sister remained. Katya was 7 years older, stronger, more defiant. When she refused to attend university, their mother kicked her out. "Do you want to sell yourself for money?" her mother screamed. "And what's wrong with it if the pay is good?" Katya had answered sharply, packing her few belongings and leaving. "Didn't think I'd hear your voice," Polina said when she finally called her sister. "What happened?" Katya asked, voice cautious. "Mom's in a coma after a stroke. We need money for her treatment." A long, heavy pause followed. "How much?" 200,000 rubles, Polina answered. "I know you have it, but not for her, not for the woman who humiliated me in front of everyone." "Sorry, little sister," Katya said. Polina looked down at her mother, lying unconscious, realizing she could rely on no one else. The dean refused her medical leave due to too many absences, and her diploma was postponed indefinitely. At 21, she was a jobless, half-educated student with a sick mother to care for. The janitor job at Helios Corporation appeared like a lifeline. The pay was modest but above average, and the schedule from 9 to 6 allowed her to care for her mother. She was young, healthy, and prepared to work without complaints. She was hired immediately. "Why unfinished education?" the HR clerk asked, glancing at her application. "I realized studying isn't for me," Polina lied, forcing a small smile. Helios Corporation spanned 3 floors in a bustling business center on Belaruskaya. The company developed software for banks and insurance companies. Polina was given a uniform, gloves, and a long list of tasks: cleaning offices, conference rooms, kitchens, bathrooms, and the director's reception. The first weeks felt surreal. Her hands moved automatically while her mind floated somewhere else, always at the hospital beside her mother. Then, 2 months in, she met Liza, a tall, elegant 23-year-old with a flawless smile that could have been on a magazine cover. "You're new. What's your name?" Liza asked warmly. "I'm Polina. She said quietly, "My father is the general director." Liza added with a bright laugh, despite her wealth, Liza was unexpectedly grounded. She studied management at university, but without much enthusiasm. Spending most of her time in the gym or shopping, their friendship grew quickly. Polina told Liza everything about her mother, her interrupted studies, and the desperate situation. Liza listened carefully with sympathy and understanding, offering practical support. Through the company's charitable program, Polina's mother received immediate funds for treatment. Polina cried quietly in the office restroom, clutching the hospital documents. For the first time in months, hope returned. Her mother slowly regained consciousness, strength, and control over her movements. Polina visited her daily, teaching her mother to hold a spoon, pronounce words, and walk with support. Work became bearable. Polina smiled more, moved with purpose, and carried herself with renewed energy. Liza was often by her side, sharing gossip, laughs, and advice. Their friendship was like a lifeline for Polina, allowing her brief escapes from her daily struggles, but peace shattered unexpectedly. Polina discovered her sister Katya pretending to be caring while extorting money from those who had helped their mother. The betrayal was staggering. Seeing Katya manipulate their family and those who genuinely cared brought tears, anger, and disbelief all at once. Polina could no longer remain silent. She confronted Liza and Igor Sergeyevich, revealing the full truth. "Katya is deceiving. The people who helped Mom, I found out by accident and couldn't ignore it." The director admired her honesty, offering her a position in HR with a salary of 100,000 rubles. A month later, Polina's mother was recovering fully, speech improved, motor skills returned, and strength was regained. Polina felt proud, fulfilled, and reassured. Integrity, courage, and truth had proven more valuable than convenience, lies, or deceit. Polina confronted Katya gently but firmly. "You lied to the people who saved our mother. That's worse than any lie you told me. I've carried this for weeks, unsure what to do." Katya could only look down in shame. Polina turned to Igor Sergeyevich. "I had to speak up. I couldn't remain silent. I hope this doesn't make you think poorly of me or my sister." "Polina, your honesty outweighs any diploma," he said kindly. "This is exactly the kind of person I want in my team." Polina's mother eventually returned home. Fully recovered, Katya disappeared from the office. Liza remained her truest friend, a sister in every meaningful way. Polina smiled, knowing that sometimes the truth is heavier, harder, but infinitely more rewarding than lies or comfort.